Hola chicos, Español 3, Hora 7. Número uno, I'm really, really sorry that I won't be able to log into class today. For cross country, we have a meet. Wish us luck. We're going to Benton to compete, and we're very excited. But so for today, it's just Apuntes. We're just doing some notes para repaso for review. Also, I'm not really good at looking at the camera, so don't make fun of me. Repaso número dos is going to be over possessive adjectives, regular AR verbs, tener, and adjective placement. You can pause the video as many times as you want to take your notes. For repaso número dos, review number 2, I am going to give you just one thing. It should be review. Anything that looks new, let me know. In order for me to know that you actually did this assignment, you are going to, there is a short question on Google Classroom that you will answer. That's the only way I will know that you actually did this assignment, okay? I'm not going to tell you right now. I'll tell you somewhere along the video, okay? So, why don't we start with possessive adjectives? This is letra A, letter A, okay? So, Spanish possessive adjectives, what are they? So these refer to things that you own or that are related to you. So it could refer to family members or like things that are your possession. For example, my pencil, mi lápiz, right? So in order to put this in Spanish, you have your singular forms. Your singular forms refer to like yo, tú, él, ella, usted. And you have your plural forms, which refer to nosotros, vosotros, ellos, ellas, ustedes. So, here are your singular nouns. If you're saying my, in Spanish, it's me. But if you're talking about plural things, if more than one thing belongs to you, you'll say mis. Both of these mean my. It depends on the noun, okay? Then you have tú, tus. This means your. Su y sus mean his, hers, its, or yours. What about for plural subjects? So for the nosotros form, if you're saying our pencil, nuestro lápiz, our pencils, nuestros lápices. What if you have pens, pluma? Nuestra pluma, or our pens, nuestras plumas. Vuestro or vuestros. Vuestra y vuestras means your. And then su and sus also means their. So chicos, I want you to take a look at su. Su, sus means his, her, its, your, or their. For this, when we practice more, it's really going to depend on the context, okay? Yay. Remember, you can pause this as many times as you need to. I want to show you some examples of the possessive adjectives. I don't know where to put this thing. There it is. Some examples just for practice, okay? Mi hermano, my brother. Mis hermanos, my brothers. You see how mis becomes plural, like me becomes mis, if you're talking about plural plural nouns, more than one. That's how you make it plural. It depends on the noun that you're talking about, that you own or have ownership of. Tu abuela, your grandmother. Tus abuelas, your grandmothers. And you've got su hijo, your son. Your sons, sus hijos. Nuestro tío, our uncle. Nuestros tíos, our uncles. Now, what if it's feminine? We're talking about our aunties, our aunts, or aunts, however, where we are from. I'm from California. I say aunt. Okay. Nuestra tía. I have to change the O to an A because tía is a feminine noun. Tía means aunt or aunt. Okay? And then when I'm talking about plural tías, nuestras tías. I have to add an S to the end because tías is plural. It's a plural noun. So let's move on to this blurry example, okay? Martín vive con sus abuelos. Sus agrees with abuelos. But whose grandparents are being referred to here? Martín. Second example. Carlos y yo vivimos con nuestra abuela. Nuestra agrees with abuela. But whose abuela are we talking about? Carlos y yo. Su and sus can take the place of a phrase with de plus a person. So what does this mean? If you're saying, ¿de dónde es la madre de Juan? Where is Juan's mother's from? You would say, her mother is from, and then wherever she's from. What is her in Spanish? Su. Su madre es de Puebla. So when we practice this on el viernes, okay, it's going to be something like this too, where it can take the place of the person if you're responding to a question, okay? So, ¿de dónde es la madre de Juan? Where is his mother from? Su madre es de Puebla. Her mother is from Puebla, okay? Let's move on to letra B, regular AR verbs in Spanish, okay? So what do you do with regular AR verbs? You're going to take off your AR from the full form of the verb, and then you're going to plug in your endings. Yo will end in O. Tú will end in as, AS. Él, ella, o usted will end in A. Nosotros or nosotras will end in amos. Vosotros o vosotras will end in ais. Ellos, ellas, y ustedes will end in an. I have terrible lighting, but I want to show you an example. Let me see. This is not good. It actually looks a little better. Okay, so hablar, right? I take off my AR and then I talk. Yo hablo. You talk. Tú hablas. Él, ella, o usted habla. He or she, or you formal, talk. We talk. Nosotros hablamos. Vosotros habláis, you all talk. And then ellos, ellas, o ustedes hablan will end in an. Interesante, right? That's a little interesante for us here. So remember, you take off your AR and then you plug in your endings. I just wanted to show you the example, just kind of how it looks like grammatically. And this will apply to more AR verbs as we practice them, okay, chicos? Let's keep going to tener, which means to have, and its many expressions. Tener has like a lot of expressions, chicos. So we are going to practice with the tener expressions. Tener significa to have, which hopefully you know, tener means to have. How do you conjugate tener? It's an irregular verb, so it doesn't follow the normal format of an AR verb. It's a completely different verb. So if you were in Español II with me last year, we kind of practiced with tener, okay? So let's go ahead and look at this example. So to say I have, en español, yo tengo. Tú tienes, you have. He has or she has, él o ella tiene. Nosotros tenemos, en inglés is we have. Vosotros tenéis, you all have. And then they have, ellos, ellas, o ustedes tienen. So make sure, I should have told you this earlier, I would write down what is in yellow. I'll put something in the chat, in the announcement too, okay, to remind you. So what are expressions that go with tener? So for the one expression that we did in our todo sobre mí, all about me, how old you are. Yo tengo blank años. In Spanish, that's how you refer to age. You have a certain age. Yo tengo 17 años. Okay? So what are other expressions that are common with tener that we should know because we're going to practice them? We've got the following. Tener frío. practice the pronunciation too. Tener frío. You can write down the Spanish and English translation, okay, for your notes. That would be smart. Tener calor. Tener hambre. Tener sed. Tener sed. Estas expresiones son con el verbo tener. These expressions go with the verb tener. Tener sueño y tener dolor de. To have pain. So my head hurts. Tengo dolor de cabeza. I have a headache. Tener prisa. Tener miedo de. To be afraid of. Y your last ones. Tener cuidado. To be careful. Tener razón. To be right. Tener éxito. To be successful or to have success. Tener suerte. Tener suerte. To be lucky. Now we're going to move on to letra D. Okay? Adjetivos, adjective agreement. So in Spanish, an adjective has to agree with your noun. For example, I'm going to say that I am very nice. Ms. Lopez es simpática. I have to change it to simpática porque soy una chica, okay? But if you're talking about a male, let's say, I'm making up a teacher, Mr. Jones, okay? Mr. Jones es simpático. What if you're talking about two male teachers, Mr. Jones y Mr. Mr. Carl? Ellos son simpáticos. What if you're talking about two female teachers, Miss Lopez y Miss Ellis son simpáticas, okay? We are nice. We're friendly, okay? So basically, remembering that your adjective has to agree with your noun that you're talking about, okay? Remember, Spanish can be masculine singular, it could be masculine plural, feminine singular, or feminine plural. So what I would do is just write what I have within the circle so you know how it changes. Simpático is male singular. Simpáticos, male plural. But remember, if you're talking about a boy and a girl, it will take the masculine form, simpáticos. So let's say you're talking about Elsa y Bob. Son simpáticos, okay? Simpática is feminine singular. Simpáticas is feminine plural. What if you have a case where it ends in a consonant? That means it's something that obviously is not A, E, I, O, or U. A vowel. So, trabajador, masculine singular. If you're talking about hardworking men or a hardworking mix of males and females, trabajador es. It's going to end in ES for masculine singular or a mix of feminine and masculine nouns. Trabajadora en inglés is feminine singular. Trabajadoras is going to be feminine plural. What about if an adjective ends in something other than these two? Well, remember what I told you. If it ends in an E, it's already masculine and feminine. All you have to do to make it plural is add an S to the end. We won't talk about that. Okay, well, all right. Chicos, es todo. This is it. Terminamos. We're done with today. Here's your question. See how I left it till the very end? Okay. Of these four letters, letra A, which is possessive adjectives. Letra B, which was regular AR verbs. Letra C, which is tener and its expressions. Or letra D, which is adjective agreement. This counts for your attendance. A, B, C, or D. You're going to reply with the letter A, B, C, or D. Which one of these four do we need more practice with on Friday? And whichever letter wins, we're going to do more of that practice. We're still going to practice all four of them, but we're going to do one of them a little more. Okay? That's your attendance question. Chicos, wish the cross-country team a great race today. And I promise you on Friday, we will chat, okay? Adiós, nos vemos el viernes. Woohoo.